All right, hello everybody. Ryan Nocera here from Precision Trading Labs with the weekly Monday Markets video. Listen, normally Mitch does this video. His voice crapped out from doing so many coaching sessions the last week with the volatility. He was doing one-on-one sessions. Our group sessions just ran longer. His voice just gave out. I was out like 2 days, so he was kind of stuck on his own. So I'm going to take care of the trading levels for this week. And see what we do. Let me just grab the disclaimer. We'll start there. And for your protection and mine, too much. All right, there we go. So let me leave that up there. It'll be in the video description also. Let me just leave it there a few more seconds, and we'll get into the market. We'll look at what happened this past week with the volatility. Started about a week ago from this past Friday, continued for 2 days, and then we kind of just decided we recovered quite a bit though. Not perfectly, but we'll get into that in a second. I think enough of the disclaimer here. And where am I on the? Let's start with the indexes. And oh, sorry, I'm sharing one of my students. As a matter of fact, guys, if you join one of our programs, our coaching program, you get to throw your charts at us and get feedback on them. So one of my students named Sal is doing really, really well and took his first, I call it, the training wheels are off, a trade he did entirely on his own and did some really good stuff on the 10-year bond futures. So let me grab some of the, let's see here, and let's get started with the SPY, and I'll go into the live market in a second, but I have some screenshots Mitch took. Here's the all-time high from July 16th. Okay, we gave up some of that here on this downdraft. We created supply, and then we came in, we tested that on August 24th. Okay, and then we just dumped basically and just kept going. I mean, there was no one way to know that's going to happen or potentially can happen is really there's no fresh demand below. And essentially we even missed right here is pretty good demand zone. As Mitch has here for everybody, the exhaustion of sellers is what that identifies a potential area of demand. And price moved out of there pretty good. It looks very much in the Qs, and the Qs was tested though. So it's very interesting that we missed that, by a little bit, and we shot up. We're kind of sitting right here. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a little bit more of a downdraft on Monday morning. But I think ultimately we're going to end up back in this vicinity here. It's tested now, so I think we'll just head, all things being equal, I got to look at the news coming out this week, but I think we're going to stick in this position, either between this tested area and that demand zone for the next little while. And then if I pop up the Qs, let me get that over here. A little bit different of a story. There's the all-time high again from the 24th, right? We came down a little bit. Interestingly, these supply areas have not been tested. Okay, so here's that big, what was considered a large sell-off last week, and in the Qs we hit that demand zone perfectly, right? And you can see that pop right there, and then price just kept going up from there. And price came in here, dug in about a quarter of the way into the zone into 425, and then popped up to 450. I mean, that was a really good little trade. If a couple of my students got it, I did not. I was out last week. I had some personal things going on, and missed some good trading. But we're pushing here. I think the Qs and the SPY, we'll push a little bit higher, and we'll probably get into these little areas of supply. I have a feeling next week, and I'm just talking about from my experience. I've been doing this for almost 15 years now. I really think these are the areas where price is going to come down from. And then with having the tested demand below, we could see another sell-off here. Who knows? So that's the deal with the Qs. Let me get in here and I do not trade a lot of TLT. I got to tell you, I just had. The bonds just don't do it for me. Mitch is very good. He trades the bond futures regularly. This is TLT. I've done a couple of trades on it in the last year, but it's just not my cup of tea. One cool thing that happened last week, which is very interesting, with usually the bonds do inverse of what the market does, but you'll see right there, that's a supply area. I have to go back too far to show you, but price hit right here into that psychological number just above 100, and basically sold off right here. Okay, and then we stalled out right here. There is nice demand down there at 92, just below 93, so about 3.5% away. So we're about 3.5% away from that tested supply, and that demand zone. So we'll see what happens if price wants to fill that gap here and come back down. I think that's a very logical trade. We can keep our eye on for the next couple of weeks. And that'll be TLT. They're both kind of in like a sideways action. One's going to push higher, one's going to push lower probably. And we'll have to just wait and see what happens. I'm not going to play around with the time frames and get into like the hourlies in a couple minutes. That's great day trading time frame for like my community. But for just broad market analysis for you guys that aren't part of the community yet, but like the technical analysis that we provide for free, all good. But that's kind of where we are. I wouldn't trade blindly. Going back to the Qs, don't forget that demand zone is tested, but then there's fresh supply above on the Qs. So we could see another move to the lower area of here. So if we get in here to this supply area here, we could see another back off. You think everything's rosy back into that 470 area, and then we back off into the 450 again. So, just be careful with that. If you have not traded under this volatility, guys, please get in and get some help. You're just chopping yourself up for what it would cost to learn the right way to trade. You'd hopefully make that back pretty quickly without a lot of problems, especially if you're trading already. So if you would go to, first off, if you like this video, let me have a quick ask. Hit the like button. It really tells YouTube to show this to more people. I really appreciate that. And then if you would go into the description and click the description, you'll see the symbols we do, and then my calendar link will be in there. Go grab it, schedule a Zoom call with me, and I'm happy to go through the markets with you and see, build a trade with you and see if we're a good fit to work together. And I'll do that by showing you my methodology in real time. Because, if this doesn't work for you, it just doesn't work for you. But if you're, there's a handful of people I don't like working with, and gamblers and lottery ticket people are them. So if you're in this to really like make money in the long term, then, you're in the right spot. But with that, guys, do me a favor, like that video, and if you got something out of this is where we are in the market. If you have any questions, post it in the comments, or schedule a call with me and I'll answer your questions live. All right, it was good talking to you guys. Take care.